I'll do. Just want to have a quick conversation about the whole Claudine Gay thing that's been happening at Harvard University in America. Now she's just recently resigned. I'll just move the camera a bit. Um, I don't have too deep of opinions on the whole plagiarism thing because obviously that's still ongoing investigations into it. But what I do want to say though is that I do think that she's right to have lost her job simply because she has brought the university into disrepute with her behaviour and with sloppy work that she's been engaged in for her thesis to be at the very least misinterpreted as being plagiarism. You know, we're talking about somebody here who is the head of one of the most prestigious universities in the world, where future rocket engineers, nuclear engineers, brain surgeons, people who will undoubtedly go on to become things like professional witnesses in murder trials because of their expertise in certain fields. You know, and if she is incapable of producing work which cannot be seen as not being plagiarised, that is going to filter down into the lower echelons of obviously students who are there. But on top of that as well, there's been the issue with the rampant anti-Semitism that's been happening in the university. You know, there was the whole thing with the Jewish students who had to barricade the library doors shut whilst there was the Palestine support mob outside banging on the windows and the doors, screaming for them. Those students must have been terrified inside. Now, I'm not saying that if those other students had got in, that they would have actually have done anything. However, if they had got inside, I do not doubt for a second that those Jewish students would have been seriously verbally abused and definitely would have been harangued in ways that would have been incredibly intimidatory for them. And there was a large number of people, you know, I've been in situations where I've been in a small group of people surrounded by larger groups, and it isn't very pleasant, I'm telling you that now. But also, I mean, I don't think that's the reason why she's stepped down though, at all, and I think she's completely unapologetic for that. However, I do think that the plagiarism accusations definitely are a good enough reason for that, and whether she has or she hasn't committed plagiarism, her work in her PhD thesis, in my opinion, is obviously that sloppy that it can be easily misinterpreted as being plagiarised. And for somebody, like I say, who's working at that level, they absolutely should be top tier. You know, even if you don't agree with the work, you should at least be able to criticise the ideas within it and not be able to make, you know, like accusing somebody of plagiarism is such an easy thing to do if it's there. You know, like it's such an easy thing to avoid just by putting a citation. That's all you need to do. It's, you know, and I've never been to university, even I know how simple that is to do. So really, this is really a great example of what Martin Luther King's dream was about. See, most people who support obviously race rights and are quite extreme onto it, when they hear Martin Luther King's, I want all, you know, brown children to be judged by the content of the character, not by the colour of the skin, they automatically assume that just means forgetting positive things in life, such as getting the job, being able to ride on the front of the bus, being able to go to certain universities, etc., 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 which is fine. I fully agree with that. The thing what they don't consider it being, though, is things like losing your job. Obviously, Dr. Gay has had her character examined, and her character and her ability to perform has been found wanting and very lacking, I'm afraid. So she has been judged on the content of her character and not the colour of her skin. And unfortunately, she has been lacking. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If you found that interesting, informative, or you've enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, put a comment below. Goodbye.